Hello students, welcome back to our channel. So in this video we are going to talk about the last group of P block elements, that is 18 group elements. These group 18 elements are also known as noble gases. So by this term, you can easily note that all the elements in this group are gases itself. Clear? So this is the only group in which all the elements of the group are gases. So we call it as group 18 elements. The members of this group 18 elements are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and we have one radioactive element called radon. Clear? So these are the 6 elements of this group. First one is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. These elements are called as noble gases or rare gases. Rare gases. Why rare gases? It is because it is rarely available. Rarely we see these elements: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. And before we were calling this as inert gases also, because they are generally inert. They were generally inert. They were not reacting with any other elements. But now we have some compounds for xenon, like xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, xenon hexafluoride also. So now we are not using the term called inert gases. Inert gases. We are not using it. There was a time we were calling group 18 elements as inert gases because of their inert nature. Inert nature means they are stagnant. That means they do not react with any other element. And generally now also their reactivity are very less, and the compounds of inert this noble group 18 elements are very few. Clear? So now let us see the occurrence of this group 18 elements. Where do they occur? Occurrence, all these gases is occurred in atmosphere. Atmospheric air. Clear? So this and 1% of gases in dry air. Clear? All these gases, but except radon, which is radioactive. Clear? Except radon. Clear? Except radon, we will get helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon in atmospheric air. But now in Earth we do not. This is very rare. But in case of universe, when we are talking about universe, helium is most abundant, second most abundant element in terms of universe, because the sun is made up of helium itself. But when we compare to Earth and our atmosphere, this is very rare. Just only 1% of the atmospheric dry air will get these noble gases. Clear? So what about the radon then? Where do we get radon? Radon is obtained due to the radioactive disintegration of radium. Occurrence of radon, it is due to the radioactive this we will get due to the radioactive disintegration of radium-226. Let us look at that reaction. 88 on disintegration we will get radon 222 and 86 plus helium gas will be liberated. Clear, students? This is regarding the occurrence of group 18 elements or the noble gases. We have helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, which is available in the atmospheric air, whereas radon is obtained in due to the radioactive So now let us look at the valential electronic configuration of noble gases. Electronic configuration. Clear? So this is very important in terms of noble gases. It is NS2 N+6. This is the general valential electronic configuration of noble gases. Due to this electronic configuration, the properties of noble gases are very different. That means the properties of noble gases are less reactive, are very inert. Because of this configuration, we have studied a rule called octet rule in your previous year. What does this octet rule states? According to octet rule, if an element has to be stable, means it should contain 8 electrons in its outermost shell. Clear? Octa means 8. Clear? 8 means octa. So if an element has to be stable, it has to contain 8 electrons in its outermost shell. We have this general electronic configuration of NS2 N+6 for all the noble gases except helium. Clear? Helium, it is 1s2. Clear? We do not have p orbitals in terms of helium. Clear? So why it is stable? Why these noble gases do not react? It is because this S shell and p shell, one is octet group. Okay, they validize the stable octet configuration. Stable octet configuration. We will study regarding this in the next upcoming time. But now these are less reactive due to the stable octet configuration, that is of NS2 N+6. It means that the valence shell consists of 8 electrons in its outermost orbit. So they will not give any electrons and they will not easily take any electron from the other elements or the other atoms. Clear? So this is the main reason. For example, in case of helium also, the s orbital is completely filled. Clear? So in case of s orbital, the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in s orbital is 2. So helium has 2. In case of other noble gases also, s orbital is completely filled. The maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in s orbital is 2. So here 2 electrons have been filled. In case of p orbital, the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in p orbital is 6. So the 6 electrons also have been filled in terms of p orbitals for group 18 are noble gases. So they are highly stable, and they are very less reactive. Clear? So this is the reason for its stability. So now let us look at the properties of group 18 elements, some physical properties. Firstly, all the elements of group 18 elements are gases. All elements are gases. Clear? So we do not find liquids or solid in terms of group 18 elements. All of them are gases. And the second one, all are monoatomic. Clear? So all these elements are monoatomic. Why? For example, you know only helium, neon, argon separately. Clear? Whereas in case of group 17 elements, that is halogens, you are getting chlorine 2, iodine. Clear? I2, Cl2, F2. They are diatomic, they are bonded, they are covalent bond. Whereas in this case, they are not bonded, they are, all of them are monatomic. Why? Because of its electronic configuration. It doesn't have any requirement to take an electron or even to give electron. Then why should it form a covalent bond? It is not possible. Clear? So all these are monatomic, and these are good water soluble elements. Okay. solidity towards water is very good for all these group 18 elements. And next one is they have low boiling and melting points. Okay. So these noble gases have lower boiling and melting points. Why it is so? It is because the force of attraction or the bond in these noble gases are not ionic, not even covalent. There are only some van der Waals forces of attraction between them. Yeah, because of weak van der Waals forces. So usually van der Waals forces are very weak, so they can be easily broken. Clear? So the boiling point and melting point are very low, generally very low for group 18 elements. Whereas in case of halogens, they do have a covalent bond. Covalent bond is comparing to van der Waals bond, it is stronger. So it is very hard to break covalent bond. So boiling point and melting point are high. Whereas in case of this one, that is halogens, in noble gases, group 18 elements, they have very weak van der Waals force. They do not have covalent bond, they do not have ionic bond. So it is very easy to break this van der Waals forces of attraction, van der Waals bond. So the melting point and boiling point of group 18 elements are less. But as you go down the group, boiling point and melting point increases. Clear? It's a general trend followed in the periodic table. As you go down the group, boiling point and melting point increases even in group 18 elements also. So now let us look at some chemical properties of group 18 elements. Chemical properties. The first one is they do have a complete filled valence shell, that is general electronic configuration. They have completely filled NS2 NP6. Except helium, they have completely filled valence shell of electronic configuration NS2 NP6 except helium, which is 1s2, and they have high ionization enthalpy. They have high ionization enthalpy. It's very hard to remove the electron from it. Clear? What do you mean ionization enthalpy? Ionization enthalpy or ionization energy. It is the energy which is required to remove the outermost electron from the influence of its nucleus. Clear? So it is very hard to remove the outermost electron because of its stable octet configuration. Also it will be completely filled. So generally group 18 elements have high ionization enthalpy, and also they have positive electron gain enthalpy. They have positive electron gain enthalpy. Usually these three are the reasons for the less reactivity of noble gases. These are the three reasons, because of the stable octet configuration and the high ionization enthalpy also. Clear? You can write it now. So these are also the reasons for less reactivity of noble gases. Generally they may ask you in examination regarding this, what are the reasons for the inertness of noble gases, or what are the reasons for the less reactivity of the noble gases. These three are the reasons for that. Clear? So generally these group 18 elements do not react with any other elements. They generally they are inert, but except only xenon. Clear? So due up to a long period of time, we consider these group 18 elements as inert elements. That means they are most stable elements. But this fact was proved false in 1962. In 1962, by a man called Neil Bartlett. Neil Bartlett. Okay, so Neil Bartlett, what he did is he reacted xenon with platinum hexafluoride. Platinum hexafluoride to form a compound of xenon hexafluoroplatinate. This is a solid. This is actually a red solid. So this is the first compound which is prepared by Neil Bartlett. Clear? Neil Bartlett, in order to get a compound from noble gases, that is xenon hexafluoroplatinate. Clear? So this is the first compound. It is very important, and the reaction is also very important. By this compound, we have proved the inertness of noble gases as wrong. This is the only compound. Clear? And later on, we have some more also. When xenon is treated with fluoride. Okay, let me write the same examples. And xenon, when it is treated with excess of fluorine, that is in the ratio of 1:20, 1:20, we have fluorine in excess, we have xenon hexafluoride. The next compound, one more compound from the xenon family, we have xenon hexafluoride. This is in the temperature of 573 Kelvin and the pressure of 60 to 70 bar atmospheric pressure. Clear? So this is the second compound, and even we have some more compounds on hydrolysis. That means when this xenon is treated with water. Okay, let me write it. When xenon is treated with water, it forms xenon trioxide at the temperature of, we do not require temperature for this one. Okay, so students, with the liberation of hydrogen fluoride, xenon trioxide, one more compound, when the same xenon is treated with 2 molecules of water, get XeO2F2. And the liberation of hydrogen fluoride itself is not balanced, so we have 4HF over here. So this is not balanced. You can balance this when you are free at your homes. 6HF3. It's balanced. Clear? So these are some of the compounds of the noble gases. Clear, students? So this is very important. Xenon hexafluoroplatinate. This is the first compound of noble gases, which is given by a man called Neil Bartlett in 1962. And later on, when xenon is treated with fluorine, we have got some compounds, xenon hexafluoride, and we have xenon difluoride, even we have xenon tetrafluoride also. And coming to oxides, we have xenon trioxides also. So these are some of the compounds of the noble gases. So coming to the last topic. So what are the uses of noble gases? Uses of noble gases. Where we use these noble gases? Generally, these noble gases, because of their property of inertness, these noble gases are used to create inert atmosphere. Clear? Because of their inert property, these noble gases are used to create inert atmosphere for some chemical reactions. We do have some chemical reaction which is possible only in inert atmosphere. So in order to create that inert or non-reactive or stable atmosphere, we will use these noble gases. And we know that helium is used in balloons. Clear? We have helium balloons. Helium is used in balloons, and later we have neon lights. Neon lights, we have neon lights. In bulbs we use neon, and we have krypton headlamps. Krypton headlamps. These are some of the uses of the noble gases. Generally we use, this is the primary use of noble gases in order to create the inert atmosphere because of its property for some chemical reactions, and helium is used in balloons, and neon is used in some lights, and krypton is used in headlamps also. See? Okay, so this is regarding group 18 elements, and this is how we end the P block elements.